It's 2 a.m. The world outside is silent, the streets empty, and the only light in your home is the soft glow of your bedside clock. The moonlight filters through the window, casting gentle shadows across the room. The house is quiet, except for one sound, you pacing back and forth, bouncing gently, whispering shh, hoping with every fiber of your being that your baby will finally drift off to sleep. Your arms ache, your eyes are heavy, and you wonder if anyone else is awake at this hour, doing exactly what you're doing. You finally feel that little body go limp in your arms, and with a hopeful breath, you tiptoe to the crib. But as soon as you lay your baby down, those tiny eyes pop open and the crying starts all over again. It feels like an endless cycle, and frustration starts to creep in. If this feels familiar, you're not alone. So many parents have stood in your shoes, feeling tired, overwhelmed, and unsure if they're doing it right. It's a universal experience, even if it feels isolating in the moment. Every parent has been here, caught between deep love for their child and the exhaustion that comes with sleepless nights. Even in your most tired moments, you find yourself gazing at your baby, feeling that mix of fatigue and fierce devotion. The truth? Most of us are making the same 5 simple mistakes that make sleep harder for our babies. You're not failing. These are common missteps that almost every parent makes, often without even realizing it. The good news is that these mistakes are easy to fix. With just a few small tweaks to your routine or your baby's sleep environment, you can make a big difference in how well your baby sleeps and how rested you feel too. So grab your coffee, take a deep breath, and let's walk through these simple changes together. You're not alone on this journey, and better sleep is just a few steps away. You'd think that keeping your baby awake for longer stretches during the day would make them extra tired and ready to sleep at night, right? It seems logical. After all, adults often sleep better after a long, busy day. But for babies, the opposite is true. When they get overtired, their bodies don't just get sleepy. They actually get wired and restless. When babies stay up too long, their bodies release stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Instead of winding down, these hormones make it even harder for them to relax and fall asleep, leading to more fussiness and tears. The real trick is to catch your baby when they're just starting to get sleepy, not when they're already exhausted and cranky. Watch closely for those subtle cues, a little yawn, rubbing their eyes, or that faraway glazed look. These are your baby's way of saying, "I'm ready for sleep soon." That's your golden window. When you notice these signs, it's the perfect time to start your wind-down routine. Dim the lights, lower the noise, and help your baby transition gently to sleep. Don't stress about getting it perfect every time. Babies are unpredictable, and every day is a little different. Just do your best to tune into their natural rhythm and respond with patience. For newborns, those wake windows are surprisingly short, sometimes just 45 minutes to an hour before they need to rest again. As your baby grows, they'll be able to stay awake a bit longer, but it's still important to watch for their cues. Older babies might handle more awake time, but even they can get overtired if you miss those early signs. Think of yourself as a sleep detective, always on the lookout for clues. By acting before overtiredness sets in, you can help your baby settle more easily and avoid bedtime battles. This small shift, responding to your baby's sleepiness instead of waiting for exhaustion, can truly transform bedtime into a calmer, happier experience for both of you. Remember, you're working with your baby's natural biology, not against it. Trust your instincts, follow their cues, and you'll both get more restful sleep. Imagine trying to sleep right after a concert. Impossible, right? For babies, a busy evening feels the same. Bright lights, TV, loud play, all of it winds them up. Instead, dim the lights, turn off screens, and swap rowdy games for quiet time. Try reading, gentle lullabies, or a warm bath. The goal: a calm, predictable hour before bed. This helps your baby's brain and body unwind, making sleep come easier. Create a peaceful buffer zone, and bedtime becomes smoother for everyone. Babies thrive on routine. Without it, bedtime feels unpredictable and stressful. A consistent routine, same steps, same order, every night, signals to your baby that sleep is coming. It doesn't have to be long or complicated. Bath, pajamas, a book, a cuddle, and into the crib. The repetition builds comfort and security. Life happens and routines get disrupted sometimes. That's okay. But on most nights, stick to your script. Each step is a cue to relax and let go of the day. This simple ritual lays the foundation for healthy sleep habits. Babies are noisy sleepers. Grunts, whimpers, even brief cries are normal. If you rush in at every sound, you might wake them up when they were just settling. Instead, pause. Listen, is it a real cry or just a sleep noise? Give them a minute to self-soothe and connect their sleep cycles. Use a monitor to check if they're really awake. This builds their independence and gives you more rest too. Remember, sometimes the best response is a gentle wait. We often hear about teaching babies to sleep, as if sleep is something you can train or drill into them like riding a bike or learning to tie shoes. But the truth is, sleep isn't a skill you teach. It's a fundamental biological need, just like eating or breathing. Babies are born with the natural ability to sleep, but sometimes they need a little help finding their rhythm in this new world. Your role as a parent isn't to train your baby like a coach with a whistle, but to gently create the right environment. Think calm, darkness, a predictable routine, and opportunities for your baby to learn how to self-soothe when they're ready. Imagine yourself as a sleep facilitator, nurturing the conditions for rest, rather than a drill sergeant enforcing strict rules. You can't force sleep to happen on command, but you can make it much easier for your baby to drift off by providing comfort, consistency, and a peaceful space. When you shift your mindset from being a teacher to being a supporter, you'll notice the pressure and stress start to melt away, for both you and your baby. Focus on shaping the environment to support sleep, rather than chasing perfection or blaming yourself when things get tough. If sleep is challenging, try tweaking the conditions. Adjust the lighting, the temperature, or the bedtime routine. Instead of thinking something is wrong with you or your baby, trust in your baby's natural biology, offer your support, and remember that restful sleep is a journey you take together, one gentle night at a time. There you have it, 5 common sleep mistakes, and how to fix them step by step. If you're making all of them, don't feel guilty or discouraged. Every parent learns as they go, and you're not alone in this journey. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Celebrate each small step forward. Try one small change tonight and see how it feels for you and your baby. You're your baby's safe place, even when you're tired or unsure. Share your experience below. Your story might help another parent. Be kind to yourself. You've truly got this.